皆さんこんにちは。普段日本語を話すとき、ちょっと待ってくださいを使いすぎていませんか？意外とネイティブはこのフレーズを使う頻度はそんなに多くないんです。今日はその他の表現を紹介していこうと思います。Have you ever found yourself speaking Japanese and suddenly needed a moment to think or felt unsure about what to say next?If you're a language learner, it's completely normal to want the other person to wait for you while you gather your thoughts. But I once met someone who kept saying, ちょっと待ってください over and over again in those moments, and I felt a little unnatural. Like in any language, using this exact same phrase repeatedly in conversation can sound a bit robotic or awkward. That's why I would like to introduce 10 natural ways that native Japanese speakers ask someone to wait. These alternatives will not only make your Japanese sound more natural, but also help your conversations flow more smoothly. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Megumi. I was born and raised in Okinawa, Japan.When I was 20, I studied abroad in South Korea for about a year, and that's when my passion for language learning really began. Currently, I'm working on my fourth language, German. Today, I'll go over 4 main sections: 丁寧な言い方、formal and business expressions, 普通の丁寧語、polite, everyday language, カジュアルな言い方、casual expressions you would use with colleagues or friends, プラスアルファで遠回しで優しい表現、indirect but gentle ways to ask someone to wait. As always, I put timestamps down below, so feel free to skip around the video if you feel like it. Let's get started.少々お待ちくださいませ。The phrase 少々お待ちくださいませ is a very polite and formal expression in Japanese. It's commonly used in customer service, hospitality, or business settings to ask someone to wait for a short moment. 少々 a little, a short while. お待ちください please wait. ませ an even more polite ending added to show respect.This phrase is more polite than just 少々お待ちください and shows extra respect, especially towards customers or clients. It's often used at a hotel front desk when a guest is checking in, at a store or restaurant while preparing something for a customer, and in phone or email communication when needing time to check or confirm something. 少々お待ちくださいませ。ただいま担当者をお呼びいたします。確認いたしますので少々お待ちくださいませ。It's a formal, humble, and very polite way to say please wait a moment, used to show high respect, especially in customer-facing situations. Adding mase makes it softer and more respectful than the standard version. 少々お待ちいただけますでしょうか？ This phrase is another very polite way of asking someone to wait, but it's slightly different in tone and structure from 少々お待ちくださいませ。いただけます potential form of いただくでしょうか a soft, polite way to ask a question. So the full phrase translates roughly as May I humbly ask you to wait for a short while?It adds an extra layer of humility and indirectness, making it even softer and more differential than 少々お待ちくださいませ。ただいま担当者に確認いたしますので少々お待ちいただけますでしょうか？恐れ入りますが少々お待ちいただけますでしょうか？少々お待ちいただけますでしょうか is even more polite and humble than 少々お待ちくださいませ。It's suitable for formal business settings, written communication, or when speaking with high-status individuals. It shows respect, humility, and consideration. もうしばらくお待ちくださいませ。This phrase is used to ask someone to continue waiting a little longer, and it's also phrased in a very polite and respectful manner. もう already, further, more, しばらくA little while, a short time. お待ちください Please wait. ませ adds formality and respect. So the full phrase can be understood as please continue waiting just a little longer. It acknowledges that the person has already been waiting and asks a bit more patience while still being respectful and formal. It's often used when the person has already been waiting and you need more time, often used in customer service, restaurants, or at events when there's a delay. Very appropriate in a polite or formal speech. 担当者が間もなく戻りますので、もうしばらくお待ちくださいませ。Very polite and used to ask someone to wait a bit longer. Great for situations where you're acknowledging a delay and want to maintain respectful, professional tone. The word more adds a sense of additional time or continuation. ちょっとお時間もらえますか? This phrase is a casual to semi-polite way of asking someone if they have a moment or if you can have a bit of their time. It's often used in everyday conversation or less formal work settings. ちょっと a little, a moment, お時間 your time. もらえますか? Can I receive? May I have? So overall, you're saying, can I have a little of your time? Do you have a minute? The politeness, casual to polite but not very formal. Tone, friendly, conversational. Used with colleagues, classmates, acquaintances, or subordinates. Not ideal for customers. ちょっとお時間もらえますか? この資料について相談したくて。今ちょっとお時間もらっていい? ちょっとお時間もらえますか is friendly and semi-polite. Good for internal conversations, colleagues, teammates. Not recommended for formal customer service or high-level business situations. ちょっと時間をください. This phrase is a direct and slightly casual way of asking for time to do something. Personally, I use this one a lot. ちょっと a little, just a bit. 何々する時間 time to do. ください please give. So for example, ちょっと考える時間をください。ちょっと説明する時間をください。This form is straightforward and used in casual to semi-polite settings. Politeness, casual to polite but not formal or humble. Tone is direct, clear. Used with peers, subordinates, or in less formal situations. Not recommended for formal business emails or customer-facing situations. ちょっと準備する時間をください。この件について考える時間をちょっとください。Direct, efficient, and appropriate in casual to professional but not high formality settings. Best used with people at the same level or below in hierarchy. Not ideal for customer service, formal writing, or when showing difference is important. ちょっと待ってくださいね。This phrase is also a casual to semi-polite way of asking someone to wait briefly. It's warm and friendly and less formal than most of the other expressions we've covered so far. ちょっと a little, just a moment 待ってください please wait. ね sentence ending particle that softens the request and adds friendliness like okay or alright in English. So it feels more like hang on a sec, okay? Just give me a moment please. The politeness, casual to polite, like soft. Tone, friendly, conversational, approachable. Used with friends, family, colleagues at same level, or customers in very relaxed service settings, like cafes or hair salons. Not suitable for very formal or business situations. ちょっと待ってくださいね。今持ってきます。コーヒーをお持ちしますので、ちょっと待ってくださいね。Friendly, natural, and easygoing, good for casual or relaxed conversations. Avoid informal business or high-stakes customer interactions. あ、待って。It's similar to, oh wait, hold on, wait a sec. It's very casual, it's used with friends, family, people you're close to, also in urgent or quick situations. This phrase is not polite and should be avoided in formal context with customers or people of higher status. For example, friend is walking away and you forgot to say something. You could say, あ、待って、それ渡すの忘れてた。You want to stop someone casually, you could say, あ、待って、もうちょっと話したい。 You should avoid these phrases. It's customer service, too direct and casual, sounds rude. Business meetings lacks respect and formality. Speaking to someone older or in a higher position could come across as impolite or abrupt. You can soften amate by adding a bit of kindness or emotion. あ、ちょっと待ってね。あ、ごめん待って。Amate is super casual, very common in everyday speech, totally fine with friends and close people. Avoid informal or respectful context. You can always soften it with ちょっと、ね or ごめん to make it sound nicer. ちょっと待ってて is similar to just wait a sec, okay? Hang on for a bit. Stay here for a moment. Politeness level, casual, informal, warm, friendly, and often used with friends, family, romantic partners, close colleagues. The tete form is a casual contraction of matteite, which is a progressive form of wait, so you're asking the person to keep waiting for a short time. ちょっと a little, just a moment, 待ってて keep waiting. So overall, please keep waiting just a bit, but in a soft, casual way. ちょっと待ってて、すぐ戻るから。電話かけ直すからちょっと待ってて。ちょっと待ってて is a casual, friendly way to ask someone to wait for a short time. Best for informal situations with people you know well. Avoid informal business context, it would sound too casual. You can make it even softer with ちょっと待っててね。ちょっとだけ待ってて。ごめん、ちょっと待ってて。今手が離せなくて。This is a very common and polite way to say you're currently busy or occupied with something and can't give your attention elsewhere right now. 今 now, at the moment, ちょっと a little, a bit 手が離せない literally hands can't be released, can't stop what I'm doing, can't step away. 何々なくて the 手 form connecting to an implied explanation or request, often unfinished in speech. Usually this phrase is used to softly decline, delay a response, or ask for patience without sounding rude. Polite but still conversational. Common in both business and casual settings. Implies you want to help or respond but can't at this exact moment. 今ちょっと手が離せなくて後で返事してもいいですか？ごめん、今ちょっと手が離せなくて、後でかけ直すね。今ちょっと手が離せなくて is a polite, natural way to say you're busy and can't give attention right now. Often used to soften refusals or delays, suitable for both business and a casual context, usually followed by requests for patience or promise to respond later. ちょっとそのままでお願いします。This phrase is commonly used when you want someone to leave things as they are temporarily or not change the current state while you do something or before further instructions. For example, asking someone to hold their position or not move, requesting that a setup, arrangement or situation be left untouched, asking someone to wait without changing anything. Polite and courteous because of お願いします. Neutral to polite, suitable for both casual and professional settings depending on context. Often used with colleagues, service staff, or friends in polite conversation. ちょっとそのままでお願いします。このままで大丈夫ですが、ちょっとそのままでお願いします。設定を変えずに、ちょっとそのままでお願いします。ちょっとそのままでお願いします is a polite way to ask someone to leave things unchanged temporarily. Can be used in both casual, polite, and professional contexts. Softens the request with ちょっと making it feel less strict or demanding. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. And today I introduce these 10 phrases which are very important in Japanese culture, where using respectful language appropriately is essential. So please do try practicing them so that you can use them naturally depending on the situation. Thank you so much for watching again. I also have a Japanese podcast and Korean channel. So if you're interested, please check them out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!